Okay, can you see the video?
Yep.
Okay, so you're worried about what to do when people push you, right?
Fantastic.
How do you deal with that?
Mhm.
Okay, so in this situation here, this might take a while to get to, but the main two things you want to think about is, I would say the pace, right? Um, the pace of the fight, and also the route they have to take to actually damage you, right? So what do I mean by that? Um, so this comes down to positioning, right? I kind of went over this in another video. I'll include that as well. But the four main things are location of you and the enemy. The second thing is the space between you and the enemy and everything you can see, right? And I'll explain all this. The third thing is also the pace of the fight, so how fast the fight is and who has control of the pace. And then the last thing is the damage windows, right? Or you could say the punish windows, right? Punish opportunities. So first thing, the location. He's standing there. You're standing here, right? Now, where is this guy's cover? If you started shooting at him, where would he take cover?
Probably behind.
This thing, right?
Yeah.
Right? Probably. Right? He could run that way. He could run that way. But if he's aware of the closest thing he could take is this, right? So that's if he wants to take cover, right? Now,
Yeah.
if he, let's say he hits you with all of these shots and you go down to half health, right? And you hide over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has to cross over here to get to you, right? He has to,
Yeah.
he has to leave the position where he's close to cover to get to you. And that's what you want to look for. And that's actually what you want them to do. Because what you want is you want to fight people when they're out of cover, right? When people are beside cover, that's when they're strong. When they have no cover, that's when they're weak. And so the punish window is actually when they're in areas where they're not next to cover, but you are, right? And so what you want to look for is that you want to kind of entice, or not entice, but you want to look for, oh, if they're going to push us, what's the moment I should actually shoot them back in, right? And that's not when they actually have cover themselves. If we can get another angle, right? So where is he? So this guy, right? This guy here, right? You could shoot at him, but if he starts shooting at you, right, it's going to be more of a battle, right? But if he was standing in the open, right, the main reason why he'll be shooting back at you is to defend himself, because when you shoot people while you're in cover, they have to kind of wait for you to show your face. They have to guess where you're going to pop out from, you know? So if you're behind this and someone is watching you, they don't know if you're going to come from the left or the right. But if you know they have to be in the middle somewhere without cover, you kind of have the advantage, right? That's exactly what you want to. That's exactly what you want to look for when people push you, is the opportunity to punish their moves. And this the reason why inexperienced players can't do this or even see this is because let's say he was to make you one shot, right? When you're one shot, that's when he starts to make the run for it. And when he's making a run for it, you're probably trying to heal, right? Or something.
Yeah.
And that's actually when you should fight. When he's running towards you without cover, you can catch him while he's sprinting. You know, you can catch them in so many different positions. So if I go back to that same video, I probably have so many other examples, but I just remember this one. Right. So if we go to this video, right? So we know where the enemy is, right? So we've got one over there. He's fighting someone there, right? And he goes down, right? So they are actually behind this rock, right?
Yeah.
Did you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I take a look again, that's where they are, right? They have some distance. There's a bit angle, right? They're quite far away, so they're around here, right? And when he goes down, right? So they're damaging us. But the reason why they're not pushing us is because they don't want to. They don't feel comfortable enough to push us when we still got shields, time to heal, right? But that knock that happens here, right? It takes us time to run to him. So let's say that's roughly 2 seconds to run to him. Then it's going to take, what, 10 seconds to get him up, right? But I'm Lifeline, making this much better. So in a normal game, right, if I wasn't Lifeline, I wouldn't be able to go for this res. Impossible, right? Impossible. But because I'm Lifeline, I can tap it. And now, right, this is the time for me to actually go for the punish. So I'm a little bit weak. But look, he's running late, right? And now, this is what I mean. You want to catch them in this, right? This is where they feel uncomfortable. They would never stand here if we were full health, right? They're only standing here because we're a man down. And they think, okay, now we can get you guys. But here, you can't actually... It's hard for this guy to defend himself against someone who's peeking. Whether it's the Mastiff, the Wingman, the Flatline, or the Carbine. It's hard when someone's peek shooting you. And you don't have cover. So that's my only opportunity. Right?
I see.
And that's how we bring the fight back. So no matter what situation you're in, be aware of the ground they have to cross to actually push you, and you need to shoot them while they're crossing that ground, or you miss that opportunity of actually making them uncomfortable. And you may have to do it when you have health like this, right? Because if you have no other option, if your only option is to heal, but they can get to you sooner than that, right? You're gonna have to fight. And if they're just rushing you straight away, then you need to look for that straight away. You know, that's why you constantly peek. Like, look how cautious I am, right? Right? Because they might not be there. They might be further back. So be very conscious. You know, this is it. You see, I'm going left and right because I'm trying to see if I can see them, and now I know where they are, right?
Yeah.
So when you have the what is it? When you have the charge rifle, right? You can still be peeking like you were before. But now if we watch yours, where is it?
Like
But alright. So if we watch yours, the moment you notice the enemy's there, right, you have the health to actually peek and just take a look. But for a long time, you don't. You are kind of doing it, but it's very, very passive.
Okay.
So if they were making that push, right, you're going to see them when they're here. And then they're going to have cover, but you're going to just be in the open.
I see.
So if that's happening to you, that's why it feels like you just get pushed and ran over, because you're actually not even stopping them from, you're not punishing their moves, you know. And you want to do that, and trust me, it's very uncomfortable. If I play a game with you now and you catch me in the open, you're probably going to kill me.
I see.
Right? If you have cover and I don't. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Alright. No, but here's the thing though. Don't focus too much. There's a lot of things that you can do. But focus on the first thing I said, because that is something that you can work on now which is fishing for opportunities. I'm not going to let you forget that. Get me the video where you're constantly fishing for opportunities, right?
Okay.
That means when you see activity, when you hear activity, try and take a look, see what happens.
Sure,
Right?
sure.
And if
Yes,
you get shot at, what do?
I take cover.
Take cover, and then you only need to take cover for a second, because then the activity will go on again, and you take a look. And if there's no activity, then take a look, like take a little quick look and see what's going on, and try and adopt those two things, and then we can talk about something else going forward.
Okay.
All right, no problem, man, no problem.